we've got a couple of things. Clyde has a little bit of sickness. These guys are going to practice as they can here. Blake Bell's ankle was he's got a slight ankle sprain, but he's going to do some stuff. Hitch is also going to do some stuff. He had a little bit of a surgery for these little deals that he had in here, that minor surgery, and we're just letting him heal up there, but he's going to go out and do some stuff. Chris Jones hurt his wrist. Noddy with a hip flexor strain. Anyways, all these guys are going to give you something out there. They're going to go through and work. Look forward to the challenge of playing the Chargers. They got a good they've got a good football team, obviously, and they've made some changes not only with their coaching staff but also with bringing in some players, and so had a chance to look at them on film, and they're doing a great job. So playing, so we'll start our preparation today and get ourselves ready to go.
Andy, just to clarify on Clyde, he's not practicing today?
No, all those guys are going to, yeah. As of right now, I mean, that's what we got for you.
With Hitchens, what sort of surgery?
Yeah, it's not. It was just these little fatty tissue things. It's nothing there.
Andy, we've been asking you a lot about, you brought up the tackling, obviously, after the game. We're asking you a lot about how hard is it to work on that during the season. I'm just curious, like, do you find those kind of fundamental things, are they at a lower level at all now with they're not that new, but the practice restrictions that you have? Do you find that?
Yeah, no, listen, I mean, things have changed since I've been in the league, obviously, and we've got to work. You know, we got to do a little better job with our angles and wrapping up, eyes up, all those things. But we can get that taken care of. The things that we need to get done, we can do. You saw it in the second half; it got better. So we just got to do it in the first half, and as we go.
I'm sorry, but I just mean like league-wide, do you see the difference at all?
Yeah, well, the last couple of years have been. I said it was COVID the year before, but we had more. We had similar restrictions this year, so it's a game of blocking and tackling. If you don't practice it enough, then you're gonna have some misses. Yeah, and we don't have it. Yeah, you don't have as much time. I mean, that's what it is, though. So I'm not complaining about it. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Coach Willie Gay, this is, if you do a short-term injured reserve, obviously this is the third week. How has his recovery process been, in your opinion, and how optimistic are you that he could probably return to the lineup next week?
Yeah, so he's done a nice job with it, been very diligent with it, and he's getting there. I mean, he's getting close. So we'll just, that literally is day by day as we go here, especially down the stretch with this. So, we'll just see how he does here as he goes forward. But he's doing a nice job with it.
Andrew, just for clarification, did Anthony Hitchens have his surgery on Monday or yesterday?
Yeah, Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. And now listen, I mean, it was like an in and out deal. It's not. Don't take it wrong. It wasn't like this is. Yeah.
You see the Chargers and what they moved for you. The young quarterback, saw him fresh out of the gate last year when he didn't even know he was going to play. You saw him late last year when you guys weren't even playing your real team. What sort of progression have you seen him make in their offense? He's got a new coach. How much different do they look now under the new coach and just his advancement as a player?
Yeah, he. I think he looks tremendous. He's done a nice job. So he did a nice job against us, just stepping in, and he's grown since then. So he's a good football player. He's great for the league. And great competition for us.
Given the training camp that Willie Gay did have, what do you think you've been missing from the defensive point of view with him not playing so far?
Yeah, I mean, Willie's a good player. I mean, that's a tough question because the guys that are playing are good players, and he's a good player. And so the more you have in there, the better chance you have of being better, right? So I would say, I would leave it at that. You start comparing, and then I'm telling you that the other guys aren't good. I mean, you could take that two different ways. That's not where I'm at. So,
obviously from week 1 to week 2, what type of improvement did you see from your rookie linemen? That I guess when you went back and watched on film against Cleveland, that they improved and did better against Baltimore.
Yeah, listen, I think that Baltimore front's a good front, and I thought they did a pretty nice job with that. So we've got some room to improve. We got to take care of some business in the run part of it, but the pass protection, I thought they did a nice job of protecting Patrick, for the most part, and for young guys, I mean, they threw some stuff at him and they handled it.
And to the point, when you go back and you see the film, especially in Sunday night's game, there's clips floating online. You see some of the real aggressive, like Trey Smith, they choose violence when they pass block. I mean, what do you say to them, or what type of words of wisdom or anything
Yeah.
you give them to keep that up?
Yeah, well, it's important. I mean, he's an aggressive kid, and when he plays, and he's just got to keep building the other parts of it along with it, and he will. I mean, he's wired that way, so he's got a chance to be a good football player down the road here.
Go ahead.
Andy, what is it you see from Sorensen, that he's kind of the every-down guy, and maybe not so much from Thornhill, where he's still the part-time guy?
Yeah, so I think both are good players, and both have their space to play, and Spags kind of works him in the way he sees fit on it. Dan, obviously, he's got his qualities, and Juan's got his qualities, so we try to use their strengths best we can.
33, Derwin James is back in the mix for them this year in your tape eval. Feel like he picked up right where he left off? And what
Yeah, no, he's playing real good football right now. Yeah, he's a heck of a player. Smart, makes our calls. Good player, good cover guy, good tackler.
Frank didn't play much of preseason. Well, he didn't play preseason at all first game. How do you think he played in his first game back?
Frank, yeah. Frank actually did a decent job in there. So especially having not played, I mean, I thought he held his own, did a couple good things. He'll get better here the more he plays. So gets his wind down and everything. He'll be better off.
Coach, seems like teams are going to force you to try to run the ball, beat them with the run. As the season progresses, what kind of problems do you see that having for you guys?
Yeah, so, we've got a couple zone teams, and there are opportunities to throw it too. I mean, we had a couple yards throwing the ball. And so if that was the intention, that didn't get done. But on the other hand, we got to do a better job running the ball. So we got to take care of business there.
As you watch film, what issues are you seeing? Is there something specific that you put your finger on?
Yeah.
When targets are spread out more as they were in game 2, is that simply a matter of opportunity?
Say that again. Targets.
When targets are spread out, the way they Byron and DeMarcus and the guy just had more opportunities in game 2 than game 1.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a tribute to those guys and how they handled that. I mean, they did a nice job with it. So if they're going to roll coverage to 10, then you have opportunities there. So.
Coach, the Chargers allowed almost 200 rushing yards against the Cowboys. Does that give you some optimism that this week you can get, Clyde and the run game going, a good opportunity for that? Yeah,
we'll see how it goes. I mean, we'll just play by ear as we go there. We'll run it, but we also want to be able to throw it. So I think the better you can do both, the better off we'll be.
Last two, O'Neal and Matt.
Coach, back here, it is after a loss, especially for a fan base that's used to winning, and the
Sure.
sky is falling. When you look at this football team, what makes you feel best about it? Where do you feel best and strongest about it?
Yeah, well, I think we'll get things worked out as people perceive, look at the defense, and that'll work itself out. And they're hard workers, good locker room, so on, good coaches. And then offensively, I think we've got to keep improving in some areas, and we'll do that. Listen, the season's we haven't lost a lot, and so you get a loss, and it's the end of the world. And we got to go back to the drawing board, make sure we get things straightened out and work on those things, but not the end of the world.
Last one, Matt.
Bryon Pringle's been very productive for the first couple of games and some limited opportunities. How is he different than he was a year ago, and what are the opportunities for him to kind of grow that role going forward?
Yeah, so, he's been doing good all the way through camp, and, he stayed healthy here, and, knock on wood there. I mean, he's done a nice job with that, and worked hard to get the opportunities that he's had. So I think the more he plays, the better it'll be. He'll just keep growing there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.